Let's have a first look at the Siyata SD-7 IoT radio. Siyata has focused a number of their recent product designs on push-to-talk, and this one is specifically for push-to-talk. As an IoT radio, it does contain the things that we need to see in push-to-talk. It certainly excels in speaker volume. It's the loudest device we've seen on the market. That's really great. As we rotate around the device, we have our volume up and down buttons, and of course our push-to-talk button. On the back side, the device does have a removable battery and also a flashlight. It has a power button, an SOS or emergency button, and a screw-in position for a remote speaker mic. On top, we've got a 2-line OLED display and a channel selector knob. We can see on top of the device what channel we're on. We can rotate the channel. And there's an audible enunciation with regards to what channel you're operating on. The SD-7 software supports all of the push-to-talk features within ES-Chat. Well, not quite all. It doesn't have a mapping display, and you can't do messaging on it. But everything else it can do, and that you could do private calls and group calls. You can interface with radio systems via ROIP or ISSI or AIS and console systems. So it could talk to all the components in the ES-Chat ecosystem or devices over satellite, private LTE systems. Let's take a look at how it works. It does report its location even though it doesn't have a map to display it. So here we're on channel 2 and we've got the iPhone set up for channel 2. You can see the iPhone is the blue dot. Hopefully you can see the screen. It's not too washed out. There's 2 other pins here representing the Android and the Siyata. If we do make a call on that channel, you will see that SD-7, the location of the talker, always shows up. And if we talk on the Android will show up as well. In Android, the mapping is a little bit different. Select the in-call mapping, and again, we do see the location of the user talking. There's a color change on the user, and also the widget shows who's talking. There's the SD-7, and then back from the Android, and back from iOS. This guy is quite loud, as I mentioned. I'll turn him down a little bit. The multi-call function in ES-Chat, of course, it supports. So we've got that call up on channel 2, bring one up on channel 3, bring one up on channel 1. Now we have, whoops, it's still 2. Now we have 3 calls active simultaneously. And if we select 1, 2, 1, 2, of course it will talk to the channel that's selected on the radio, go up to channel 3. One, two, one, two, one, two. In terms of the radio interface, so when this is just a ROIP interface here, if we do select the ROIP channel, we can bring that up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Radio to phones. SD-7 to all. iOS to all. Android to all. So all of the functions that we normally have within ES-Chat. Let's take a look at the emergency function. If we do hold this, we have it set for a 3-second hold time on the SOS. Hold that down, it'll trigger the duress condition. And that's appearing on the devices that have that emergency channel enabled. It will continue to keep that channel active and show the duress condition 1212 until we clear the condition. Again, it's a 3-second hold time. The duress condition clears, and then that call reverts to a normal group call, which will time out after the pre-programmed timer, which in this case was 30 seconds. So it's a pretty slick device. Of course, it needs an IoT data plan. That means it doesn't use a lot of data. It's pretty inexpensive to run depending on your call modeling and how many shifts you're running per day. But this is a great device for people looking for radio replacements or small companies and delivery companies and construction companies that want to provide communication to their employees without giving them a full featured phone. If you have any questions about it or you want to see a demo, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.